It is first day. Say hi. Say hi. It's first day. And in preparation for Sukkot, we were doing Hebrew bushcrafting. Isn't that right, Mama?
Debbie right.
Debbie right. Isn't that right, son?
Yeah.
We have the first wall of our Sukkah up. And see, come up, across, and back down again. And we're digging in the posts to the ground, and then we're putting corner braces on it to give it some rigidity back and forth. This is wall one. Wall one stands on its own, and after we tie in walls 2 and 3, it'll be cross braced and way more rigid than just one wall standing straight up into the ground. So my awesome and fabulous wife said, why don't you do a time lapse? So I think we're gonna do a time lapse. So, welcome to Hebrew Bushcrafting 101. In accordance with the Father's laws, we shall Sukkot. What, baby? Wow, where are we going? Whoa! Where are we going? Swing? Oh, we got a bushcraft. We'll swing in a little bit. Okay? Come on.
We also have wire.
Yeah, we also got a burn brush. Okay. So, okay, the 4 corner poles of the Sukkah are up. Yeah, go ahead, hydrate. 1, 2, 3, 4 corner poles and 2 rafters. And we're gonna tie it all together here in a minute. We got lots of corner bracing. Now, I've never built a Sukkah before. I do know a thing or two about bushcrafting, and I've built lots of structure for lots of things. So I have an idea about how structure is supposed to work. So hopefully, between all the pockets we're digging, everywhere one of these posts meets the ground, or any piece of wood meets the ground, we're taking the hatchet and cutting a pocket into the ground. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Cutting a pocket in the ground so that the post sits in there and can't move. And then we're tying the posts together with rebar tie wire and the old number 9 Kleins. And that will help us, being cross-tied and pocketed like that is going to give it a lot of rigidity, which is what we want. I don't want this thing falling down on top of us while we are dwelling in our tabernacle for a week.
The fire's not really helping us.
The fire's not really helping us?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's hot or something?
Yes.
No. It ain't hot.
Yes, it is.
We're men.
You're sweating.
We're men. Men do the hard
It
things.
looks like you have glitter on your face.
I do have glitter on my face. Men don't get glitter on their face? Oh, all right, my bad. All right, back to the time lapse. Hebrew bushcrafting is easy, right?
No.
No?
No.
It's not easy. You sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, we got 4 corner posts up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of them is corner braced, right?
Yep.
Yep. And we got our ridge beams up across the top, and we corner brace those. You see up here, this triangle, because triangle is the strongest shape that we know of. 3 sides, 3 points, not easily broken. So we've corner braced the top as well. All the posts are corner braced, and then we cut pegs, pounded pegs in, and made more triangles on the posts for more rigidity. So it's pretty solid. Like, it's pretty solid. Now roof and walls. But probably we're gonna take a quick break first. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the tools that we've used to do this, we needed a ladder because of the height.
Yeah.
You could have made this thing, we could have made this thing 6-7 foot tall. We wouldn't have needed a ladder. But it's probably 9 to 10 foot tall.
This side's a little shorter than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this side is about 7.5, 8 feet, and the other side's about 9.5, 10 feet. So there's some pitch to the roof. And so the ladder and a hatchet and a bow saw and some line pliers, some rebar wire,
There's a machete over
and
there.
a shovel. But we haven't used the machete.
Yeah.
It's here, but we haven't used it. So
I was thinking about using it for cutting the rope.
yeah, it would have worked for cutting a rope, you're right. So yeah, and we've been doing this for about 75 minutes. And we got our structure up. It's all up. Good job, son.
Thank you.
You've been kicking butt. Roar.
Superman.
Superman, yeah, look at that. So, Hebrew bushcrafting. Walls and roof next. Alright, we got a bundle of 100 sticks of bamboo out of this bamboo plantation here. We're going to bundle it up to carry back to the Sukkah for walls and roof. So one of the best ways to do that is to lay a rope across the ground and pile your pieces across it, and then you'll tie a slip knot right here, and then when you pull on this, it'll bundle it all up, and you can throw it over your shoulder and more or less carry it or drag it with very little effort. See, so there's a bowline, and when we pull up on this, see, it gathers it all together, and then throw it over your shoulder like that, and it's off to work you go. Right now, our Chief Executive Officer of Bamboo Roofing is plying his trade. So the directive on the roof of a sukkah or whatever is that you need to be able to see the stars. So it's not like solid roofing, right? It's not. We're not trying to make like a thatch roof. So you can see walking underneath it. You can see through it.
Yeah. You just want a roof.
Just want a roof. Oh, you brought your red rope. Nice. Hello and welcome to the Squid and Bear Show in Harlan. This is your official invite for Sukkot 2018, which is we will be celebrating September 23-ish through September 30-ish. If you want to come all of that time, email me. If you want to come that first weekend and fellowship, email me. If you want to come that second weekend and fellowship, email me. NTXMAG November Tango Alpha Mike Alpha Golf at gmail.com, and you can come celebrate the Feast of Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, with us here on our land. And
in the
Sukkah, the Bushcraft Sukkah. So if you want to hang out with us, we'd love to have you. You know, caveat, this is our first Sukkot ever, but we're going to do whatever it says to do in the Word. We're going to do that. And it's supposed to be a holy convocation, a day set apart, or a week set apart, that we're going to feast and rejoice and pray and read the Word, not the world, read the Word, and fellowship, camp. So we do not have room for campers, camper trailers, RVs, anything like that, but you can bring your tent and your family and the whole nine and come hang out. We have plenty of room for tents. We have running water. We have a septic system, so you can poop indoors. You can pee outdoors or whatever floats your boat. And yeah, come on with it.
That's fun.
Yep. All right, so the Sukkah is, phase 1 of the Sukkah is done. Good job, son.
Thank you.
Structure's up, roofy part's up, most of the wall structure's up, and we will do a part 2 video where we fill it in and, you know, make it a little bit more like a building and less like some bushcrafter guys came in here and hung out for an hour. So, but that's done. The first part's done. The hard part's done. What do you think, Ma?
Good job.
Thanks.
It's probably what we did, but for 2 hours.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good for 2 hours worth of work. Look at that thing. And when we're done, it'll be a tiki hut. We'll put a little keg bar in there. It'll be the bomb. So, all right. Shalom, people. All right. I haven't even talked to you about this.
Oh no.
So if you, what? I hate this stupid iPhone. If you want to come join us for Sukkot, there's some things you need to bring. Number one, email me. Like I said, email me ntxmag@gmail.com, and I will vet you and make sure you're not a crazy person.
Crazy.
No crazies. We don't do drama. And there's, yeah. Anyway, no crazy. So some things you're going to need to bring with you. A tent and a sleep system to fit as many people as you're bringing. A 5-gallon bucket for hauling water would probably be recommended. We have water here, but, you know, it's kind of a back and forth.
Yeah.
It's not immediately... It's 150 yards from where we would be camping. So it's not backbreaking, but it's not, you know, right here where we're going to be camping. Whatever your fireplace or campfire cook system is, bring that. Bring a cooler full of beverages. Adult beverages are allowed. And because this is...
No craziness.
No crazy.
With the adult beverages.
No, exactly. Be responsible. It is a holy convocation. So, you know... Drinking is okay, drunkenness is not.
Right.
So, firearms, if you carry, they will be concealed. No long arms. Keep them in your truck or whatever. And I need to make sure, you know, I'm talking about like Gordy, Lois, Hobie, Rods and Donna, Bruce, Tanya, and I mean, I know there's a bunch of y'all out there as well who'd be interested in coming, so email me. But, you know, if you're APN family, James, Tia, you know, Mike, Laura, you know, but email me. But it's a holy convocation. So we're going to be out here September 22nd-ish through September 30-ish. That first weekend, all through the week and into the second weekend. We live here, so please be respectful of that. But if you feel compelled by the Lord, by Yahweh, to celebrate Sukkot this year, and you don't know where to do it, this may be a place for you to do it. I feel compelled to invite you. We are not Sukkot experts. This is our first Sukkot. So we're going to do what the Word instructs us to do. And that's all we're going to do. So this is your formal invite. If you want to come, contact me. And
let's feast and be merry.
Let's feast and be merry. And if I get like 40 people, they're like, man, I want to come. We don't have that much room either. And I'm not backing up my septic system during a holy feast. So, you know, what's the cap? I don't know. Email me sooner than later. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But
first come, first serve.
First come, first serve. I'd say we'd have room for half a dozen. I would not want to do more than half a dozen people, families out here comfortably, especially for our first time. Yeah. I mean, we could put 100 families in that hayfield, but not for our first time. So if you want to come and hang out one weekend or the other weekend or both weekends or the whole time, email me and let me know. Right. Do you have anything else to add? Bring food.
Right, yeah. Yep.
And I mean, we're not far from town. I'm sure we'll be making town runs, and
Right.
but I would love to be able to sit around the fire with a bunch of like-minded people and worship and fellowship and read the word. I keep saying the world. Read the word and
Maybe
talk.
that's Yah.
Maybe
he's like, you're speaking to the world.
maybe I just need to drink water.
Maybe you do.
Maybe I need to
You're a little
hydrate.
delirious.
Yeah. So anyway, if the Ruach HaKodesh is pushing on your heart for you to find a place to celebrate Sukkot, and you're okay with driving to, we'll just say the Fort Smith, Arkansas area, holler at me. You cool?
Said Poto. I mean, we've said Poto.
Poto, Oklahoma. Yeah. Poteau.
Right.
We're not in Poto, but we're near-ish to Poto. So, all right then. You got anything else to add?
No, you already asked me that.
I need to hydrate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.